I've always done things the right way, worked hard, showed up, did more than asked, and I really believed that if I stayed patient, stayed good, someone would eventually notice. But no one did, not in the way that mattered. I wasn't looking for applause or vanity, just for someone to say, "I see your value, you belong here." But that recognition never came, not from the world, and not, if I'm honest, from myself either. When I found the Clauneck attunement, it wasn't in a moment of desperation. It was in a moment of quiet ache. I read the phrase, respect, recognition, loyalty, and opportunity, and I felt something in my chest respond. It wasn't about money, it was about dignity. The daily practice became a kind of mirror. Every time I looked at his sigil and spoke the mantra, it was like asking, "Can you really trust yourself to be seen now?" The shift didn't happen all at once, but by the end of the second week, I was walking differently, thinking differently, not louder, but more anchored. I wasn't begging to be chosen anymore. I was showing up like someone already selected. And then it happened. A creative director I'd pitched 2 years ago emailed me out of the blue. She said, "Your name came up again. I think it's time we work together." The old me would have hesitated, lowered my rate, tried to win her. But I didn't. I named my rate. I gave my availability. No apology, no anxiety. She accepted, no negotiation. That moment cracked something open in me. Not because of the job, but because I finally saw what Clauneck had been teaching me all along. Wealth begins where self-recognition begins. Now I speak differently. People listen more. Clients arrive that feel aligned. And more importantly, I don't hope I'm worth it anymore. I know. I didn't grow up with much, and what I did learn about money wasn't healthy. I saw it ruin relationships. I saw it become the only measure of worth for some, and the source of shame for others. So I made a decision early on. Stay small, stay safe. Live modestly. Don't expect too much, don't depend on anyone or anything. And I did okay. But over time, simplicity became stagnation. I stopped dreaming. My business plateaued. I told myself it was fine, but deep down, I knew I was running out of road. When I saw the Clauneck course, my first instinct was to click away. Pacts, rituals, spirits, it felt too big, too mystical, too serious. But one sentence kept echoing, "This is a pact, not a mindset course." And something in me said, finally, because I didn't need more positive thinking. I needed something I could answer to, so I committed. No altar, no oil, just me, the sigil, and the mantra. Every day, no matter what. At first, the work felt subtle, almost too subtle. But by day 5, emotions started bubbling up. Old guilt, old shame. I remembered deals I walked away from, opportunities I sabotaged, times I undercharged on purpose because I didn't feel worthy. Then came the third remote ritual, and that dream, a golden ledger, thick and ancient. My name was written on every page, not my debts, but the debts I'd inherited. Generational poverty, scarcity mindsets, invisible contracts that said stay small, stay silent. And in the dream, they were crossed out, one by one. I woke up in tears, not from sadness, from the feeling of finally being unburdened. After that, things moved. I raised my prices. I emailed my 2 biggest clients and told them, politely, that late payments would no longer be accepted. I expected pushback, but they agreed. One even wrote back and said, "We've been waiting for this version of you." That stopped me cold. This wasn't just money magic. It was energetic realignment. I finished the 21 days not as someone who did a course, but as someone who kept a pact, every day, with Clauneck, with my value, with my future. Now, when I look at my ledger, it's not about numbers, it's about legacy. And this time, it starts with me. The Treasury has opened. Clauneck waits for the worthy. Will you answer?